Hi, Tia Smith. I saw that you donated on Cash App. Thank you so much. But Crystal Camp actually donated when I was on my earlier live stream. It's only that she couldn't stick around for her reading. So I'm going to start off with doing the live stream with Crystal Camp's reading. So sorry about that. And then after that, I will do your reading, okay? Hope that's all right with you. So Crystal Camp, you did mention that you wanted to do a general reading for yourself. And you're a Leo. Can you tell me what your first name is, please? Okay, so my name is Crystal. You are a Leo and you want a general reading. So I am going to go ahead and start. Actually, I'm going to use Tarot 3D by Alan Dugan. I'm sorry. By Les Carabao and David Corsi. This is by Les Carabao and David Corsi, and this is Tarot 3D. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and see a general reading for Crystal. Crystal is a Leo. Let's have a general reading for Crystal. Crystal, Leo. Let's have a general reading for Miss Crystal, Leo. What are the general messages for Miss Crystal here, Leo? Alrighty, that's good. I want you to feel the energy. The whole point for me to continue shuffling with the cards is that I'm trying to pick up your energy. I read empathically, so I'm trying to pick up your energy. That's why I always ask for your name, your real name, and your zodiac sign, because we have other people in the room, and I want to make sure that I connect with you. And if you're feeling a connection, then that's a good thing. Okay. want to pull one card. I got Death. Let's see what's in the bottom. Temperance in reverse. Now, earlier, actually in the earlier stream, I don't know if you remember, but in the earlier stream, I actually kind of went on a tangent about temperance. And I really think that's going to be the theme for today. It seems like there's this collective energy today about temperance. And it just seems like there's this thing here about okay, well, let's talk about the word temperance, right? We kind of went on a tangent about what that word means. It talks about self-restraint, moderation. A lot of people use it, especially when it comes to like alcohol and all that. You always get that. You always get the temperance card. Okay, you always get Knight of Wands, Emperor, and you always get temperance. Interesting. Well, let's hold on. Let's talk about this card, Temperance, right? When it's upright, mind you, we got it in reverse. When it's upright, it talks about self-restraint. Well, that's the definition of temperance. It's about self-restraint, moderation, and when it comes to being in reverse, it can talk to me about indulgence issues. It can talk to me about having issues with moderation. This could even be with maybe just eating right. Maybe there's a thing here about wanting a lifestyle change. Maybe you have been focusing on your lifestyle and wanting a change. Death is also about transformation. The card Death is symbolic for transformation. It's not, when we see death, it's not necessarily about a physical death. When we have death, it always talks about transformation. So maybe this has to do with maybe needing a change or some form of transformation. Maybe certain habits need to die. Or maybe maybe there needs to be maybe there are issues when it comes to self-restraint or moderation. Maybe this has to do with saying no to people, learning how to say no to people, right? Or when it comes to when it comes to anything. It could really just be anything. Again, it could be like, for instance, maybe we have issues with eating healthy, eating right. Maybe we have a habit of always wanting to pick up takeout because fuck all the cooking, right? Whatever it is, or maybe it's just multiple areas in your life. Again, this is a general reading that you asked for. Point is that we got death. There needs to be a change, a transformation, because this card hardly ever is about physical death. But something about restraint, not having the ability to have self-restraint or having that self-control to moderate something or some things in our life. Now, Crystal, do you know what these areas in your life are? Is it maybe eating habits? What is it for you? Can you already figure out, or do you already know from the top of your head what these things are in your life that you're trying to micromanage, but for some reason you're not able to manage or micromanage? And maybe you're just having issues with self-restraint or anything like that. And again, this could be alcohol too. This could be drugs. This could be anything. And you don't have to mention what is it on here on on the live. You don't have to mention what they are per se. You can just say, yes, I already know. I got a couple of bad habits I'm trying to kick. Okay, perfect. Okay. So this is talking about those. And again, these could just be things that could be as severe as that and what we mentioned just right now, or things that just have to do with lifestyle, right? Like eating and habits, just healthier eating habits, or trying to exercise at least 4 times a week or whatever. Point is that things about this is about transformation. And for some reason, we're having issues with that, or your reading today has to do with that because we have issues with self-restraint, with control. Okay? Sounds good? All right. So let's see your Celtic cross. We said we were going to do a Celtic cross for you since you wanted a general reading. By the way, for people who are in Southern California, I will be doing an in-person event. I'm going to be posting here a picture. Well, I wish I could, but for some reason, I'm not able to figure that out. How annoying. Anyway, so all right, anyway. Do I ever get messages from the other side? Yes, sometimes, but I'm not a practicing medium. I'm more of a professional tarot reader. But yes, sometimes. All right, so let's see. We have the devil. Again, we're talking about bad habits here. So I'm not too surprised seeing the pattern, the cards that I'm seeing here. And then we have in the bottom of the deck, the star. All right, so we have the devil, the Hierophant, strength in reverse, the magician, judgment reverse, the fool, the lovers, justice, the world in reverse, and also the chariot. You have a lot of uprights, which is very uncommon to see in my readings, because usually most of my readings come out with mostly reversals, but it doesn't mean anything anyway. Uprights or reversals, that's irrelevant, but usually people tend to complain that my readings, most of my cards always come out with reversals, and that's why they don't like my readings. So it's interesting to see that now I'm seeing a bunch of uprights, or mostly uprights, in your reading. So we have the star. So this is all just about thinking positively. Thinking positively. It's okay to sometimes cheat a little when it comes to your food habits, you know, and that's something that I realized when it came to adapting a different eating lifestyle. Now, I know everyone is not vegan or vegetarian, whatever, but I'm vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for 10 years. And not that I cheat or I ever cheat or anything, but I'm trying to turn vegan. And sometimes, like, I'll cheat because I'll end up getting something that has dairy or eggs or something like that when I'm trying to be in the middle of converting. And I'm just using this as an example, right? I just realized that I can't continue to be hard on myself because adding stress is not really going to help the situation. And since I'm trying to lose weight too, that's part of this whole journey too. Stress only adds to the weight. That's something that I realized. So you only get in your own way when you stress yourself out. And so I feel like what this is saying is that in relation to you, don't stress yourself out. Just be easy on yourself. Be easy on yourself. It's you. So this is all about bad habits. We have the devil card. So this is all about bad habits and all of that, right? And your challenge or what's crossing you, the Hierophant always comes out when it has to do with doing the right thing or what's conventionally the right thing to do in this situation, okay? So this isn't about making shortcuts, okay? This isn't about all of that. This is about, your challenge here is about doing conventionally what is the right thing to do in this situation or in your situations, since you said this is more than one thing, right? So, and the reason why this is all happening, we have strength in reverse. We are giving in to our desires. We're giving in to our desires. Maybe you love that chocolate a little too much, okay? Maybe you love all of that, whatever, Twizzlers, whatever you like. I'm going to continue to use the analogy of food, okay? Because it's just easier that way. So we're just, the reason why this is all happening, it's like our little, it's our thing, and maybe we kind of identified with it a little bit, and that could be a problem too. And in the past, I feel like in the past, you have the impression that in the past you had a stronger mindset when it came to this stuff, but you need to give yourself a little bit more credit. I have a feeling that you kind of think a little bit in the past and you tell yourself, I think if I tried working on this before, that I would have had a stronger mindset and I would have defeated this a long time ago. But I think you are still a strong person, and you still have a strong mindset. You can still do this. I've been struggling in life lately and going through it and giving up. You can't. See, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, you feel like you had a stronger mindset before, and that's not true. That's exactly what I just said. That's not true. And now all of a sudden you're giving up because you feel like you had a stronger mindset in the past than you do now, and that's not true. We're learning lessons, though. We're totally learning lessons in this situation. I think you need to stick with the present. I feel like what's going to help you in this situation with the Fool card is focusing on the present moment. And what I mean about focusing on the present moment, Crystal, is take things just minute by minute. Just focus on the present moment. Focus on the current goal, okay? Let's just say that, again, using the same analogy about, eating in moderation and, talking about temperance and all of that, right? With this card, this could be a thing where it's like, instead of focusing on the end goal, which let's just say you want to weigh 115 pounds by the end of the year, let's just say that's your goal, right? That's more my goal. And with this card, this is almost like saying, like, yeah, you might weigh 145 pounds right now, but this is saying right here, like, but just focus on right now. Don't focus on the fact that you're not 115 pounds. Focus on the fact that you just ate a salad instead of picking the brownie, and you should congratulate yourself. Take things day by day, okay? Don't focus on the fact that you're still not 115 pounds. This is what this card means. Focus on the present, and the fact that you continue to focus on the present and you live in the present, that will keep you in Zen And before you know it, you're 115 pounds, you know? And this is all about, this card is in the position of the South in the Celtic cross. You got the Lovers. So you just said right here, I got ran over 8 years ago by my ex, ran over my head. Ooh, I am so sorry to hear that. Life has been different ever since, and I'm trying to do that. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. You know? This card, the Lovers, is all about having a relationship with yourself, right? Being your own advocate, right? And it seems like at the same time, you're giving off the impression that you are very well balanced yourself. It seems like the people around you feel like you've got it together, that you're holding off pretty well. But then again, Leos are very well at doing that. You know, you guys can really fool the world and showing the world that you're doing fine, everything's all good. But this is telling me right here with the World card in reverse, we only let a chapter end when we let ourselves heal. So maybe a situation has ended, maybe with this situation and with your ex. Maybe, yeah, totally. It's in the past. But when we live it here, it doesn't really ever end. If it's still present in here, does it ever really end? I know, right? I know, right? 115 pounds, right? I'm just using that as the analogy, right? And then with ending the reading with the Chariot card. I feel like with the Chariot card, I think this is kind of like saying, like, all of a sudden you'll see cooperation from the universe. All of a sudden you'll just see that the universe is just going to be on your side, and all of a sudden you're going to feel like you're reaping what you are sowing. You've reaped what you have sown, finally. So I feel like right now it's just going to feel like a lot of hard work. It's going to feel like just a lot of doing on your part, but before you know it, you're all of a sudden we're gonna see the universe giving you what you deserve, your own rewards. Okay, so that is what I have for you, Crystal. Do you have any other questions that you want to ask today? That is what I have for you for your general reading. So if you have any other questions, you are more than welcome to go ahead and send another donation. There are unlimited questions that you can ask today. So if you want to go ahead and ask more questions, of course, you have to send a donation per each question. I'm going to go ahead and move forward with Tia right here, okay? So I know we have Tia, who purchased the reading as well. But nevertheless, Crystal, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell notification button. If you ever come back to California, please, please, please come to one of my psychic fairs. I will have one. I will have most likely 2 this month. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the one in San Diego this year, but I'm definitely going to be in the one in Long Beach. So, but Crystal, nevertheless, don't forget to hit that bell notification button. Don't forget to subscribe. I can't wait to see you around more often here on this channel. Don't forget to heal more. What you went through was not cool. But hey, the cards are telling you that, you know, we can't give up though. We can't give up. We have to keep going, okay? We have the star. The star as your overall theme. This is about staying positive and sticking through it, right? So, Tia Smith. I'm Sky Virgo. How is Josh Virgo currently feeling about me? Thank you, Mermaid. And Jasmine just went ahead and submitted a payment. Thank you so much, Jasmine typing. Hi, Jasmine. I haven't seen you in a little while. Thank you so much for coming back. I'm going to do a reading right now for Tia, and then I will be doing a reading for you in just a little bit. All right, so Sky Virgo, you want to know how Josh Virgo is currently feeling about you. Ooh, Virgo dating a Virgo. So for some reason I was called upon to use the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot by Los Scarabeo. Now, Sky, tell me, is this someone you've been dating for a little bit? And if so, have you been having issues with this person? Have you been having issues with this person? So, we have 3 of Wands reversed, 4 of Wands, the Hermit reversed, 6 of Cups, I walked away from him years ago. I reached out to him today. Of course you would. I mean, it's a Mercury retrograde. Of course you would reach out to your ex, Sky. Now we have right here the 8 of Wands, We have also the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have the Magician. Then we have right here the Seven of Pentacles. And also we have right here the Five of Wands in reverse. No shade, okay? But of course you would, all right? And then we have right here the Ace of Wands in the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I put on my garnet because I feel like I've been stuttering a lot during Mercury retrograde, so bear with me if I'm stuttering or if I'm not articulating something well enough. I'm trying not to stumble upon my words. I feel like I've been doing really bad with that, so I had to put on my garnet so I'm not like talking like crazy. Okay, so Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is telling me that this can potentially start into something. You really wanted something to begin. Six of Cups came out in your heart, which tells me that you want a reunion. Your heart wants a reunion. And as a matter of fact, in your thoughts, you're thinking about building something with him, or you think about the whatever you guys had before. And from what this is telling me, though, I do think he wants to respond. He's got the Hermit in reverse in his thoughts, so he's thinking about responding. That's definitely in his thoughts. And in his emotions with the Eight of Wands. Funny how I see the Eight of Wands. You can't really see it right here, but you see how there's like a hand that's coming out from the grave. So she's laying down next to like a grave, someone's like grave site. And you just see kind of like a zombie, kind of like its hand coming out and it's grabbing her. And I kind of just see it. It's like, it's almost like the card's way of saying like someone just came out from the dead to talk to you. So he kind of saw it as like, ooh, someone from that you know, from something that was dead a long time, you know, just came back from the dead, so to speak, you know. And decided to reach out to you from the dead, you know, metaphorically speaking. And so, and yeah, like that's how he sees it. So he has it in, he's got the Hermit in reverse. Now the Hermit, when it's upright, it talks about someone who went away, who's not talking. But when it's in reverse, he's viewing you as someone who once got away, is now coming back. Someone, you know, came back from the dead, you know. And then right here with his intentions, what are his intentions? He's got the Magician. Now some people say that with the Magician, as far as someone's intentions for you in love, is a bad thing. Some people say that this is a trickster, this is a player. But some other people say that this is someone who feels like they can get whoever they want. This is just someone who's overly confident, someone who's easily misunderstood, but someone who's easily, just someone who's just overly confident. They feel like they just got all the tricks on their sleeve to get whichever girl that they want or whichever guy that they want, right? So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pull an extra card to see what would be his intentions. And he's got right here, once again, Temperance in reverse. So I'm going to pull one more because Temperance is all about, we talked about self-restraint and all of that. But when it comes out in relationships, to me, it talks about balance and being able to be compatible in a relationship. And when it comes to ending a relationship, it also talks about closure. So because it's in reverse, this could be a thing where maybe he feels like He never received closure. Or this could be a thing where maybe at one point he felt like where you guys weren't compatible, and maybe this was something he blamed himself for, not being compatible to you, maybe being out of your league. I don't know what were the circumstances. What were the circumstances that you left him for? What were your reasons for leaving him? Yes, I'm seeing something here. And like I said, temperance in reverse has to do with incompatibilities. So, and that's what I felt like. Maybe at one point he felt like he wasn't compatible with you. And now that you came back, it kind of served as validation. And so with the magician, remember we talked about this misunderstood confidence. Now all of a sudden we have now he's confident, and not only that, he's someone who's easily misunderstood. So an easily misunderstood individual, someone who at one time felt like he was out of your league. Now all of a sudden you come back to him, and this not only serves as validation, but now he feels confident. So the cards are saying that what are his intentions? His intentions are to be confident. And that's all they're saying right now. So they're not really saying anything further other than the fact that, he's thinking about talking to you, and he wants to talk to you from the bottom of his heart, and he intends on feeling good about this. For now, he's gonna marinate on this confidence right now. That's what I'm trying to say. But as far as anything else, with the Three of Wands also, we're not going to see much happening right now. Also with the Ace of Wands, there is a possibility that this can turn into a friend with benefits with the Ace of Wands. Okay, they're talking about someone who returned, right here in the bottom of the deck. I'm looking at what's in the bottom of the deck. We have somebody, most likely a female, who returned. And this is something that's going to most likely spark up a friend with benefits relationship. I wanted to bring this up because this is what I'm saying. And with the Ten of Swords, but someone here is going to end up hurt, not only hurt and betrayed, but someone who's going to be left with their words. And also we have her, not only do we have a sword piercing her throat chakra, which is talking about how you might be left with your words, and then it's also piercing solar plexus, which is talking about your confidence. It can mess with your confidence. It can mess with your self-esteem. But if you are okay with just being friends with benefits, then maybe it might not be such a bad thing. Maybe that was your only intention. I don't know. So So what do you think, Tia? Questions, comments, concerns about what I just read, what I just saw for you? All right, Tia, thank you so much for purchasing another reading with me. I hope to see you a little bit more often around here. Nevertheless, I will see you later. Thank you so much. I'm shocked because he told me he was scared to have sex because I showed him a love he never had before. Well, it happens. There are certain people who, when they meet someone, they're so intimidated by them. And you're just like, well, why don't you make a move? And it's because they were just so intimidated. It happens. Maybe you, Sky, maybe you're a little too good to be true, and maybe you're a little too good to be true. And because of that, you tend to scare people off. And maybe it's too good for you to hear, but maybe it's just true. Maybe it would help if you just told him that you would want something too. Maybe if you validated him and that you want the same things too, maybe that would help. I'm a very attractive woman as well, so it makes sense. Is that why you got the brats on your picture? Because you're like a real brat doll? Is that why? You're welcome. Thank you so much. All right, so we have next person. Well, I can only imagine, I've had it happen too, where it's like, it happened maybe 2-3 weeks ago, where I got hit on by like a very attractive person that happened to live locally, and I was just like, me? Tired me? This shorty? Please. I look like a 16-year-old. It happens, all right? It happens. So I believe him. I believe him. So maybe if you are interested, maybe validate him a little bit, and maybe that can help a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to turn into a friends with benefits if that's not what you exactly want. If you wanted something a little bit more, then, maybe you can use the energies of Mercury retrograde to let him know. Hi, Jasmine. Are you still here? Gastric sleeve. Is that the one where they cut your stomach in half for you to lose weight? Is that the gastric sleeve operation thing that you're gonna do? Jasmine. So when it comes to the gastric sleeve bypass surgery, the gastric sleeve surgery, I feel like it's an investment. It's a lot of money, but you expect, yeah, it's to remove part of the stomach. Yes, ever since I stopped smoking cigarettes, I can't maintain my weight. It's been out of control. Well, from what I'm seeing right here, honestly, the cards are telling me that this is a very big investment. And the cards are also telling me right here as well that you're expecting it to fix an issue that is not going to fix the issue. It's telling me that it's a money pit, first of all. It's a money pit with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. What I mean by that, a money pit, well, what I mean by that is you're gonna dig yourself into a hole, and you did it to solve a problem, but really you just dug a hole, a way bigger hole, way bigger problem, when, and the cards are telling me here as well that I feel like you'll still have your job. That's something you're worried about. You'll still have your job. I still see that you're going to be working. I still see money will still be coming. But it's almost telling me here that it's not really going to solve the problem. Been like this for 4 years now, getting tired, too old, and fat. All right. Well, is it more of a medical reason, or is it more just like a habit thing where, just more of a self-control thing? Or are we just having a medical issue that's making us gain weight drastically? Because if it's a medical thing, then, regardless, then it's telling me that no matter what, you're going to gain it back. But if this is a habit thing, then it's answering that question too. Then it's saying that it's really not, you can solve the problem temporarily, but you're going to gain it back because you didn't do anything about the habits. Today is really about temperance, really. Today, I'm really talking to people about restraint. I'm really talking to people today about habits. I'm really talking to people today about patterns and habits and lifestyles. That's interesting. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from the cards. So if this is more of a habit thing, then this is just a temporary solution, and you're going to gain the weight back because we didn't do anything to resolve these lifestyle habits. Versus if this is a medical issue, then this is saying that, yeah, we'll solve the issue now, but it's not really going to solve the medical problem, basically. So the answer was no. I got no. I don't think it's going to, I think it's going to only solve the issue temporarily. And from what I saw, I got a lot of pentacles, and they were in reverse. So I got money pit. You're only going to dig yourself into a bigger hole when you can simply just solve the issue with your habits or medical issue, figuring out the real problem, or figuring out a real solution if it's a medical problem, right? So that is what I have for you, Jasmine. If you have any additional questions for me, you're more than welcome to ask. Of course, you have to send a donation per question, okay? So that is what I got for you. Oh, it doesn't sound like I should go ahead and waste my money. Yes, I know it won't solve the situation. Well, see, there you go. If it won't solve the situation or if it won't solve anything, if you know that at the end of the day, you still have these lifestyle habits, then it really is just a money pit. You would just really spend your money and you're gonna gain it back anyway. Um, it's really just a money pit from what I saw. And I just see you paying the things off. I don't know if I have medical issues due to weight. Long term, yes. Habits are bad. Yes, I always have bad patterns, but I keep kickstarting to get help. Well, have you considered therapy? Have you considered talking to a professional? Maybe a nutritionist, maybe getting a personal trainer. Those are ways you can solve your issues. Maybe getting $12,000. Holy crap, that's a lot of money. That sounds like a money pit. Yep. So, like, that's like a car. All right. Look, there are easier ways of solving this issue. You can go to the gym. And if you don't have the energy or even the resources or the knowledge to lose the weight at the gym by yourself or the motivation, get a personal trainer. I used to be a yoga instructor, and sometimes people don't know how to work out on their own. Maybe get a personal trainer, or maybe get a nutritionist, and this is more of an eating habit thing. Maybe you can find healthier ways of eating delicious food. Okay, healthy food doesn't necessarily equate boring or not delicious. Okay, you can eat delicious food that's still really, really, really healthy. Okay, so sorry, but I will wake up though. I always spend money on trying to lose weight, always a money pit, but thank you. Of course, see, there you go. There you go. So thank you for admitting this to me and to yourself that this is a thing you do all the time. You can, when there are more obvious solutions to your problem, it's not really a money problem. It's not something you can just throw money at and be like, okay, I want to be 115 pounds now. And from what I saw from the gastric sleeve, you might get the solution that you want temporarily, but then that's it. You'll gain it back. Alrighty. So, Jasmine, if you do have any other questions, I would be more than happy to answer any more of your questions. And as far as for you, Pisces 22, yes, I'm still answering questions today. You can send the donation through PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. You will see that information down below. Okay? Yes, tried all of that my whole life. Other money pits I have tried. At the end of the day, that's something that I've realized, because I've had other clients that have done that themselves. They've done the sleeve, and I do remember there was a client when I first started doing tarot readings for YouTube. I remember this client, she was a Pisces. I remember she had just done the surgery and she came and did a reading with me, and she had a specific goal that she wanted, and she wanted to know if she was going to reach that goal. I think it was 150 pounds. She was a tall woman too. So my card said no. She wasn't even going to reach that weight. I remember she cried and everything, and it actually ended up happening. She never reached that goal. She ended up like she did lose weight, but then she, I think at 180, she ended up gaining back up. She started gaining weight, and I haven't heard from her in a few years now. But it's really all about habits. I mean, you can still do the surgery, but if you promise yourself that you're going to change your habits, okay? Like if you're going to promise yourself that you're going to change the habits, then the gastric sleeve would be worth it. So now you just kind of had a little bit of a shortcut, but all right. So Pisces, whenever you're ready, tell me your name and tell me what your question is, all right? And nevertheless, Jasmine, if you still have more questions, don't forget to donate and send money my way, okay? If you still have more questions for me. I met a guy on a plane, didn't get his name. We did hit it off, but wondering what were his feelings. My name is Lisa. Thank you. No, I have to go back to work now. Thank you. See you again. Bye, Jasmine. Thank you. All righty. Hi, Pisces. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to do so. Nevertheless, today we're going to use the Witch's Tarot for you today. So you didn't get his name. You didn't get his zodiac sign, obviously, right, too. So let's see what were this person's feelings. And Lisa, I'm assuming you are a Pisces, right? All right, perfect. So Pisces 22 is Lisa. Lisa is a Pisces. She met a guy on a plane. Didn't get his name. She wants to know how he felt. Did you guys at least switch numbers? Are you guys going to stay in contact? How is it that you meet someone and then you guys don't stay in contact? That must hurt. That would hurt my feelings. I pulled back during landing. I think he didn't like that. Okay, of course. Yes, I want to go do both things. It did hurt. I feel I messed up. Oh, girl. I feel you, but I think there's something in the energy. This past month because I've even felt that, for a lot of people. Oh, right. I'm trying to open up and put myself out there when guys show interest. Ugh, it's hard. Some people are just really bad at flirting. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I even noticed that about myself too. Like I told myself, like, man, when people approach me, I'm like the worst. I'm like totally the worst. And that was something I was thinking about this week. Like I'm like the worst. But anyway, so it's all right. It happened. Especially when you've been off the market for such a long time. It's like, oh, how do you put yourself back on the market and just, be on your A game with it at the same time too, It's like, dang. I know it's hard to put yourself out there and be a natural. When you haven't been in the market for a while, anxiety kicks in. For me, like I just fucking freeze and I get stiff. And, like the last time I feel like I got approached, like I was just so stiff. And, I pulled back too. And I think I gave off that I was just not feeling it or that I was just not, as attracted. And it was like, sheesh. As a matter of fact, I was flattered. What are you talking about? Anyway, happens. It happens. But I think it's just also just what's going on in the energies. I think a lot of people who have been just unavailable for such a long time, due to, astrologically speaking, a lot of people have been more focused on their purpose and just on themselves and healing and their spiritual journey along with their careers that, a lot of people pushed dating away. It became a phenomenon. It became a bit of a phenomenon for a lot of, and I do think it became a thing that happened for a lot of people. And I'm seeing a lot of people trying to put themselves back out there recently that it's like, people are just like, I don't even know how to do this. Like, what is this? I have 2 careers. See, and I'm sure along with that, you were doing some healing, some personal work, and right. And along with that, you made that personal choice probably too, that you wanted to focus on yourself and work a lot and take care of my daughter. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and pull cards now for you. So you wanted to see about this guy. What did he think about you? Well, he was totally a man. He got the emperor right away. So he would have been totally a great father figure, or he was a father. I don't know if he was a father or if he would have been just a great father figure. He's definitely an authoritarian type. He could be a bit misogynistic too. So this is someone who probably has a bit of some old-fashioned values. Okay, so he kind of got the impression that you had other candidates, or that the way that you pulled back, I took it almost like he just felt like either you had someone else already, and that's why towards the end you were kind of like backing off. He kind of took it, he was a boss. Ooh, nice. And that's the emperor. That could be like a CEO of something, something like that. So interesting that you say that. You almost want to hear from him again. You having your heart 8 of cups in reverse. You want to hear from him again. In your thoughts, you have the lovers. You're like thinking to yourself, but we could have been something more. Totally. But your intentions, totally. I think you would have been okay with it starting off more on the casual front. I do think he wants attention, though. I think in a way he's kind of hoping that you might find him. So if he told you where he worked or something like that with this card right here, I think in a way he's kind of hoping that you would find him. Did he bring out certain clues or something that maybe you could, it could be maybe a way that you could probably find him on social media, since he didn't give you a name? Yeah, because you didn't cooperate with him. Six of Pentacles in reverse right here. He felt like you had other people. You told him where you work. Okay, you tried to find him, and no, I'm guessing you did not then. You were unsuccessful. You gave him more info about you. Okay, let's see. I mean, if you want your second question to be, will he find you, or will you guys ever find each other again, you can. But what did you want to ask for your second question? I mean, from what I got in the cards is that he got the impression that, you know, because you didn't cooperate or you didn't give him, like, you didn't meet him halfway, he felt like you were seeing someone else. And he felt a bit hopeless about it. That's why it seemed like he was just hoping that you can just find him or give him some form of validation. Interesting. Yes, I want that to be my second question. All right, let's see for your second question. If you will ever if you will ever meet this person again. You know what will be easier? Have a card, business card. Hand out your business card. If you are too shy, if he was too shy to ask for your number and you're interested in the guy, just hand out your business card, girl. And there you go. It just gives it off. It gives off what you meant to say without needing to say it. That you want to stay in contact, and that is all. He even talked to my daughter, like being a father figure type thing. Yeah, I got the Emperor right there. My daughter said, "Mom, he likes you." I like that idea. He was on the plane. Okay. I see. Ooh, but it's so bad. It's so bad because it's Mercury retrograde. This is so bad. When did this happen? You said this happened today? Yeah, it's a good idea. That's what I would have done. You know, like if you like the guy, but he was too shy to ask for your shit, you know, or to ask for your number, but you want to stay in contact, and you're too shy to say it, just hand out your business card and be like, okay, well, this is me, and, you know, and you just leave it up to him. It happened during the Microsoft shutdown. I don't know how long ago that was. We ended up on the same plane due to everything happening that day. Okay. July 19th. Okay, perfect. That was a long time ago. So, and you're thinking about him hard because it's Mercury retrograde. Let's see if you'll ever hear from him again. Alrighty, will you see? Well, funny enough, the cards are telling me yes, and you have the Page of Wands. So not only do you have a yes reading, you have the Page of Wands in the reading. So I do think you will. You live 3 streets over from each other. So you will hear from him. I do think you're going to hear from him. I think so. We got the Page of Wands. And you got a lot of uprights here. I do think you are going to hear from him. And as a matter of fact, the cards are also suggesting that you don't stop looking for him. I think energetically, you need to both look for each other. And I think that would help facilitate in finding each other. Okay? But the cards are telling me right here, I do think you guys will hear from each other again. How interesting. How interesting. Well, Lisa, if you have any more questions for me, you're more than welcome to ask them. Nevertheless, you don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't already, hit the bell notification. And I'm going to be here again tomorrow. Twice tomorrow. I posted on missed connections on Craigslist and someone hated and flagged my post. They were like, oh, flag, for real. Donating again. No worries, no worries. All right, then. Well, I got your donation. What did you want to ask? If my daughter gets accepted to a university in California, I'm moving too. I'm single and I can take one of my careers. She is all I have. Wondering if it'll be a good idea to move to California. The guy on the plane said he wanted to move there too. Well, everybody wants to move to California. It's the best place on earth. I'm in California, and if you come here, you will be seeing me in person, I hope. But we will use the Witch's Tarot to see if we most likely see California in your future. Okay? I'm financially good in Texas, but everyone says it's too expensive. Nah, I'm good. I am good. How about you leave my channel? How about that? All right, so too expensive in Cali, but I heard that Texas is getting just as expensive, especially like San Antonio and stuff like that. So I heard it's getting just as expensive, but if you have 2 careers, I mean, it's going to be easy for you. So I'm going to see if we see California in your future. Alrighty, so let's see. All right, so we have King of Swords reversed, Temperance, the Devil reversed, Page of Cups, Death reversed, and also the Emperor. I feel like it's saying it's a 50-50 chance, but I think it's more leaning towards a no. So it's a 50-50 chance leaning towards a no. But the reason why is because not feeling confident that you might sustain the lifestyle here. But the thing is that you'll be fine here. I have the Empress in reverse with the Page of Cups. I think with the Page of Cups, I think it would be a dream. But with the Empress in reverse, maybe when you look at things logistically speaking, maybe you're going to start worrying about whether or not you can afford this for you and your daughter. You know? All right, you're welcome. Yes, of course. As many as you would like to do. I will never decline a donation. Whenever you're ready. Do you see the guy from the plane and myself settling down together if we find each other? Well, I do think you guys are going to find each other. So, will there be a relationship with this person? Let's see. All right, so we have the Hierophant in reverse. Temperance keeps coming out for everyone. The Hermit. The Devil in reverse. The Sun in reverse. And also the Magician in reverse. They're saying no because this is about teamwork. There's a teamwork issue here. And I feel like someone here likes attention, or both people in this situation like when the relationship revolves more around themselves than about both people. So this could be something that you do or something that he does. There's something that the both of you do where you guys have wanting to that could be one of the things that could be an issue with the both of you guys. So basically from what I'm seeing right here for you is that you're dealing with someone, again, who likes attention, who wants the relationship to be more about them than about the both of you, which can cause pessimism and people to be hopeless in a relationship. And it will never feel like this is a true commitment, because it's about moderation and knowing when it's about one person and when it's about the other person. Sometimes it is sometimes about one person over the other. Sometimes relationships are about, making one person have their moment to shine. Yes, and that could be the issue too with this card, having Temperance in reverse. So maybe moderating this energy. We got both of these cards in reverse, Temperance in reverse with the Sun card in reverse. So I feel like this is almost like it's saying what I feel like could be a big issue for the both of you whenever it arises is that Maybe when it's your time to have your moment in the relationship, it's your moment. And whenever it's his moment, it's his moment, whether it's a good thing or a bad situation, or if it's a moment of accomplishment, or just a depressing moment for one of the persons in the relationship. Point is that I feel like that there's something here about moderation, balance, and in terms of spotlight, in terms of who's the special one right now, okay? And from what I'm seeing, and maybe that could be a bit of an issue in the relationship, because you are a successful person, and then we have somebody else who feels really good about themselves as well, and that could be a bit of an issue. I wonder, do you have like Leo moon? Or does this person have Leo moon or something? I wonder. Does that make sense? And everyone's getting temperance. There's something here about temperance today that it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing, for real. You believe he does? Alrighty. What is temperance card about? Well, when we think about the word temperance, let me pull it up. We talked about the definition of temperance earlier, right? And we were talking about the definition, how it talks about moderation. It talks about balance. We're just talking about the definition right here, right? Okay, temperance is defined as moderation or self-restraint, especially in one's actions, thoughts, or feelings. It can also refer to the practice of controlling one's impulses and emotions to make better choices and achieve goals. And we talked about this in the previous live stream earlier today, because I do 2 live streams today. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, I do live streams twice a day. And it was talking about how for one person, for instance, earlier, temperance came out for them because it was talking about how this guy that she was dating was restraining himself from making a rash decision, because there was this girl who came in and did a reading, and it was about how her parents didn't like that he was Black, right? And when she told him about the news 2-3 days ago, they had some tension, of course, and then with the Mercury retrograde, it was like a cherry on top. And he got temperance for his thoughts, what was representing his thoughts. So what was that going to represent? Him restraining himself from making the impulsive, rash decision from what he would have usually have done to make better choices, right? So, but it also can talk about moderation. It can talk about abstinence, even from alcohol. And this could be in many ways. This could be, addiction problems. This can be whatever, right? So, and again, these could also just be lifestyle problems or issues that are being highlighted here. So when I saw this card, I saw that this can represent maybe someone here is indulging too much on the attention part. Maybe someone here might make the relationship a little too much about themselves. Maybe the relationship will revolve more on one person than the other. Or maybe this could be a thing where because you have your child, this person might not understand that and might want more of your attention. Right? It can play out in many ways. Right? point is that that's the issue. Does that make sense, by the way? Yes, we are. We've been in Mercury retrograde since August 5th. I felt that from him. He wanted me to hold his hand on the plane. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it if he's a fire sign, like an Aries or a Leo. That's the kind of feeling that I get from him. But I didn't. My daughter was sitting there. That's not a good look, of course. And even if your daughter was not there, like, who the fuck is going to hold your hand after, like, meeting you for a couple of minutes? That's just so weird. He got upset because I didn't. Oh, so that was the part where you feel like you pulled back? I see. That's weird, though. That's weird. I guess due to us about to land. Yes. Okay, so that's the part where you say you pulled back and you feel like he misunderstood that and he got upset. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, who holds your hand? Why couldn't he just ask for your number? Like, some guys just don't even know how to handle things or what, that's a little too much, though. That's a little too much. You're scared of planes. Yeah. Like, you might have liked him, but I mean, the fact that he wanted to hold your hand, that's a little weird, and then he gets upset over it. Like, okay, like, because you weren't weird about it, like, get out of here. But you will hear from him again. I popped his hand. You're welcome. Well, thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification if you're ever in California. And never hesitate to do a psychic fair whenever I do them. I will be doing more throughout the year, so I do announce them here on YouTube. So subscribe and you'll know more about them if you ever decide to ever visit with your daughter. Okay? All right, and for the rest of y'all, I'm actually just going to go ahead and call it a night. Thank you so much for coming and for participating in both live streams. I will see you guys tomorrow, both at 12 p.m. PST and also 5 o'clock PST. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.